Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. So glad to be able to be here with you all. And for the longest time, I've been wanted to uh, address this issue that has come up with many of the Islamist and social media, and particularly Facebook and on YouTube, that you make this, uh, I'll just say, obscene claim that Jesus was a Muslim. And I have to say, that when you look at the gospel accounts, and especially where we'll be dealing this morning, the Gospel of John, it is an obscene claim. And I think it's actually quite disingenuous, and it has to be based on, I think, uh, a total lack of knowledge or a total lack of honesty. And the one who makes this claim, they are either ignorant of the facts or they are dishonest. And so I think we need to look at uh, uh, these claims of whether or not Jesus was a Muslim. And in particular, we need to look at John chapter 5, verse 30. This often comes up with our Muslim friends when they post these verses. And so we're going to just look very briefly uh, at John chapter 5, verse 30, and see whether or not whether Jesus was a Muslim. Now, first of all, what we need to do is understand why the gospel was written. In John chapter 20, verse 31, we read these words written by the Apostle John, why he wrote his gospel. But these are written so that you might believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that by believing you may have life in his name. And so, what is John telling us? Well, first of all, he's telling us that he wrote the gospel to tell us that Jesus is the Son of God. And of course, what our Muslim friends often do, and this is where we're going to look at John chapter 5 and verse 30 a bit here, is I saw this on Facebook, and it comes in various forms. It's not the only way you see it. But what does the verse say? So let's read it together, shall we? I can do nothing on my own accord. I, as I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just, because I seek not to do the will of him, my own will, but the will of him who sent me. And so Jesus is explaining why he came. And who did Jesus come from? First of all, who was the one that sent Jesus? Well, we should note, first of all, the father-son relationship. But let's give a little bit of a context here. The Gospel of John can be divided up basically like this. The first bit we have that Jesus has healed a man on the Sabbath, and the Jews are all uptight because he's breaking the Sabbath. And then Jesus makes the claim that God is his Father. Throughout the Gospel of John, you have this father-son relationship, and that just doesn't exist in Islam between Jesus and Allah. The father-son relationship between is non-existent existent in Islam. And then, of course, the Jews are trying to kill Jesus, and you need to remember that the Jews are trying to kill Jesus because Jesus claimed that God was his father. Again, the father-son relationship is totally devoid in Islam. And then the rest of the chapter, Jesus defends his claim that God is his father. So let's look again. We want to again let's go back to, and I know I'm a bit repetitive in this, but we need to go back and look at these words. But Jesus answered them, my Father is working. Again, note the father-son relationship, and is working till now, and I am working. And then the Jews are very angry because this is why They were seeking all the more to kill him. Not only was he breaking the Sabbath, but he was even calling God his own Father, making himself equal with God. Jesus is the Son of God. And we see this theme throughout the Gospel of John. We see it in John 1:34. We see it in John 1:49. We see it in John 3:18, John 5:25, John 10:36. We'll be looking at John 10:36 in a moment. John 11:24, John 11:27, John 19:7, and as we've already said, and I posted here again, John 20:31. These are written that you might believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that by believing you might have life in his name. I think it's important here to connect the dots between and look at the theme that's throughout the Gospel of John and the accusation against Jesus by the Jews. First of all, we see in John 5:17, we've read that, and so we won't read it again, but basically the Jews are seeking to kill Jesus because he makes the claim that God is his Father, making himself equal with God. In John 10:36, again, Jesus is talking, well, you say I'm blaspheming because I am the Son of God. And when Jesus was before Pilate, the Jews were accusing him, and what they say, we have a law that he ought to die because he made himself the Son of God. And let's read it together. You are blaspheming because I said I am the Son of God. There's not a Muslim on the face of the planet who would claim he is the Son of God. And so, in fact, it would be shirk for any Muslim to make that claim. So is Jesus committing shirk here? Is he? You need to answer the question. So what is our conclusion? Our conclusion here is that Jesus is not a Muslim. You know, when we read this, I can do nothing on my own. As I hear, I judge. My judgment is just because I seek not to do my own will, but the will of him who sent me. I have to ask my Muslim friends, are these the true words of Jesus? If yes, why not read the context, all the words of Jesus at this point, all of the words that Jesus spoke in John chapter 5? And if these are not the true words of Jesus, why are you bringing this up? And so Jesus just makes several claims about himself. And again, I'll ask my Muslim friends, are these the words of a mere man or a prophet? Or are these the words that, well, let's look. Let's look at John 5:25. Truly, truly, I say to you, an hour is coming and is now here when the dead will hear the voice of the Son of God, and those who hear will live. Can a mere prophet make such a statement? Again, are these the words of a mere prophet? The Father has life in him. The Father has life in himself. Likewise, the Son has life in himself. Verse 20. That's in verse 26. The Father has given all authority to the Son to execute judgment. Again, can a mere prophet make such a claim? All judgment belongs to Allah, according to my understanding of Islam. Those in the tombs will hear the voice of the Son to be called forth and raised to life. Again, are these the words of a mere prophet? So, I can do nothing on my own. As I hear, I judge. My judgment is just. It is because I seek not to do my own will, but the will of him who sent me. So when you, my Muslim friends, when you want to quote John 5:30. Are you really sure that you want to do so? What is our conclusion? That Jesus, therefore, is not a Muslim. Well, I want to thank you for watching. I believe that I hope we can move on and have further discussion. Please comment, and I will give you, I will try my very best to get back to you. Again, thanks for watching. God bless, and have a great, great day.